Okay, last example, example 5. Let's see what we have here. Angle RQV, R to Q to V. So whenever you have an angle that's being labeled by 3 letters, follow that pattern, that order, R to Q to V. If I were to basically highlight this, RQV, in fact, I'll do that. I'm going to highlight R, oops, there we go, R to Q to V. Notice the pattern that makes? It's actually talking about the whole angle right there at the letter Q. So whenever you see 3 letters, that means the middle letter is the actual angle you're talking about. All right. You don't want to just simply call it angle Q, because that would mean, well, are you talking about the whole thing? Are you talking about this little angle here, this one here? Anytime that a letter or a point is a part of more than one angle, then you have to use the 3 letters to name it. I could technically call this angle R, because point R is not a part of any more than just that one angle. I could call this angle V. I could not call this angle T, because T is a part of this whole angle, this smaller angle, and this smaller angle. If I wanted to talk about that whole thing, I would have to call it VTR, or the other direction, RTV. If I wanted to talk about this little angle here, I would have to call that one VTQ, because those are the 3 points that make up that little angle right there. Okay, sorry, I got sidetracked. All right, so RQV and angle V are supplementary. Okay, so they're talking about this whole angle here and this angle right here. All right, find the measure of angle VTR, so VTR. So we are talking about this whole angle right here. We're trying to find the measure of that whole thing. All right, so let's see what we did. All right, I took, excuse me, angle V and RQV, this whole thing, they're supplementary. All right, this is an acute angle. This whole thing would be an obtuse angle. So if I added all of them together, they would all equal 180 degrees. All right, this little part plus this little part plus this angle all make 180. So I set that up. I combine my like terms. I solve my equation. I get 10 for x. All right, let's go ahead and plug that stuff back in, because we're looking for VTR, this whole angle right here. All right, so I go ahead and I start plugging stuff back. I plugged it back into angle V. V isn't the same measure as this one, but I know that it's supplementary to it. So if I can find that angle measure, I could just subtract from 180. So I plugged it into angle V. I got this answer. Angle V is equal to 80 degrees. Well, if this measure is 80 degrees, then that means this one is its supplement. You subtract from 180 and you get 100 degrees.